Hello everyone and welcome to the video. This is Callum from CTG, and today we're going to be looking at GTA 5 and the ultimate money making guide and the main order to buy businesses in order to make the best money quickly within the online mode of this game. Now, I used to play GTA back in the day, back on my PS3, and I recently got it again on Xbox One, and so much had been added business wise that I had no idea about any of it. So I was doing some research, and the thing I really wanted to know is the best order to actually buy the businesses that will work well for making money quickly. And I couldn't really find anything, so I thought I'd put a little guide together on what my opinion is on the best order to buy things. Other people may have different opinions. This is completely what I think works, and it's worked for me. So before we get into the guide, I just want to direct your attention to the bottom of the screen. You can see all of our social links down there. It'd be great if you could head over to those links and give us a follow or subscribe to us. We also have a Twitch page where we stream daily, so if you could head over there and give that a follow, it'd be much appreciated. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So we're going to start from square one. You've just logged into GTA Online with your new character and you're wondering, what should I do first? Well, in my opinion, the first thing you have to do is grab yourself a high-end apartment. Now, these comes in all sorts of prices. You can choose whichever one you want, as long as it is high-end, so then you have access to the heist planning room, which is very important for making the money at the beginning of your online journey. Now, getting that first bit of cash is probably the hardest part when you first start on GTA Online to get you towards your first apartment. So what I'd recommend is utilising the jobs, playing what you can at the start, always play it on hard difficulty to get that extra money, always play with friends if you can. That's a great way to build up cash quickly. Also keep an eye out for the weekly updates that Rockstar put out. You could have some triple cash events that are out, so make sure you play them and make the most of those events being out there to get your first bit of money to go towards your first apartment. So once you have got your high-end apartment, you will unlock the heist planning room. Now this is a great way to earn money at the beginning of the online journey before you have got any businesses. So this would be a great way to get that first bit of money together to help you towards the first business that you need to purchase. And we move on to that business right now. So after utilising the heists and building up a little bit of cash, you'll be able to go onto your mobile and go to the Dynasty 8 executive website where you can pick up your first CEO office. Now I had the Criminal Enterprise Starter Pack, so I got one for free, but if you're not on that, then this is the cheapest office you can buy. It's Maze Bank West and it costs $1 million. So go ahead and pick yourself up an office, renovate what you want, but there's not much point because it will always do the same thing no matter what you've got in it. So once you purchase the office, we're here and this is what you will see, and we'll go inside and get on with the next step. So as you can see, we're now inside the office and we're just going to head around the corner here on the left and it'll bring us to our computer. Now on this computer you can do all of your business needs within the CEO part of the game. So we're just going to sit down and log on, and what you need to do is purchase a vehicle warehouse. Now the import-export business in GTA is probably one of the fastest ways to make money. Okay, so we've logged on and as you can see in the middle we've got the vehicle cargo option and we want to click on that. And this is a very, very quick way to earn good money for the first time business. So as you can see, I've already got a warehouse. That warehouse cost me 1.5 million, and I'm pretty sure that is the cheapest one. It's not in a bad location, it's in the city, but you do have to travel a bit of distance to get your cars and stuff that you need to source it. The vehicle warehouse can earn you up to $80,000 every half an hour. So the $80,000 every half an hour is if you're solo. If you do happen to have 4 associates in your CEO organization, then you can actually sell up to a maximum of 4 cars, which could get you $320,000. Now, another good thing to do at this point will also to be a special cargo warehouse. Now, these are running crates and it can earn you money. It's very similar to the vehicle export, but it's just with product instead of cars. That is another good way to earn quick money when you are first starting out. I haven't actually got one yet, but I am working on getting one, but that is a very good way of doing it. As you can see, there's loads of warehouses around that you can purchase. Now, I recommend always buying a medium or a large, never buy a small, and then you can fit more crates in and sell more crates on at a bigger volume. So now I'm going to head over to my vehicle warehouse and we'll get into the nitty-gritty of sourcing and selling vehicles for a profit. So I've just sat down at the laptop of my vehicle warehouse. I'm just going to run through the best way to fill up your warehouse and how to guarantee top range cars all the time. So as you can see, I'm currently here on my standard range. There are 10 standard range cars you can get, so you need to go ahead and get all 10 of those. I know it is random, but you will be able to fill it up eventually. There are also 10 mid-range cars, so you need to make sure you have all 10 mid-range. I don't actually have any top range at the minute, but now every time I source a vehicle from my office, I will guarantee a top range car, as it will fill up to a maximum of 32. So there's 32 cars you can get. If you have the 10 standard and the 10 mid-range, then you're guaranteed to get top range cars up until 32 cars in your warehouse. Now the next tip is always sell to the highest offer. I can't show you the top range deal here as I don't have one, but it will always be the bottom one, specialist dealer. You'll be able to sell it on for $100,000 for a price of $20,000 to do the car up for the buyer. So that's a $80,000 profit, as you don't actually have to spend any money on sourcing the vehicles. So you can literally do this over and over again with just going through the cooldown of the 30 minutes each time if you're on your own, and you'll be able to make easy money straight away. And then with that money, you'll be able to jump straight into buying the next business, which we will get onto now. Okay, so the next business to buy, in my opinion, is going to be a bunker. So if you head to the Maze Bank of Los Santos foreclosures, click on bunkers at the top, and it will filter them all out for you, ready to buy one. Now, bunkers are a great passive business to have running in the background while you're doing your vehicle import, exports, or crates, as it will produce gun running supplies for you to go on and sell. Okay, so bunkers can be very expensive. I recommend buying the ones nearer the middle of the map. It's always best to look up online which are the best ones to get. I got one for free with the Criminal Enterprise Starter Pack, which is right at the top at Paleto Bay. Now, my top tips when it comes to a bunker or any passive business like the cocaine or the MC businesses is always buy the supplies. And now I know a lot of people will probably go ahead and steal supplies as they don't want to eat into their profits, but I would always recommend buying the supplies. The supply missions are time consuming, they're not that great, they're boring, so it's always best to buy the supplies. You will still get a good profit from it even when you are solo, so I'd always recommend doing that. And the second tip is to never start producing anything until you have it fully upgraded. So I'm going to head to my bunker and explain that to you now. Okay, so I'm just sitting down at the laptop in my bunker, and I'm going to run through all the facts you need to know about the bunker and making money. So first of all, when it comes to resupplying, as I just mentioned, it's always best to buy the supplies. So I never buy supplies until my supplies have run out. So I've just bought $75,000 worth of supplies there, which is the maximum amount of money you'll actually have to spend on supplies. Now, the next most important part, like I explained earlier as well, was the upgrade. So you've got the equipment upgrade, as you can see I've got, and the staff upgrade. I haven't got the security upgrades yet. They're not that important early on. I will eventually get them when I'm starting to make a bit more money. But for now, just go ahead and get the equipment and staff upgrade. The next tip with the bunker is always assign the staff to manufacturing when you are looking just to make money at the beginning. I can always assign them to research later on when I have got a bit of money behind me and I want to unlock some new weapon modifications and vehicle modifications, but just for making money we're just going to leave it on manufacturing for now. So if you're a solo player, it's always best to sell your stock in kind of like in steps, so never let it fill up, otherwise you have to do more than one vehicle. So it's always best if you're solo just to sell it when it's not too high. As you can see, the amount I've earned there. If you've got a group of 4 of you, if you're 4 friends, then by all means let it fill up and go ahead and sell it like that. So the bunker is a great passive business to have running in the background. So while it is producing stock, you can go ahead and do your import exports and your crate running, and you can still make money whilst your bunker is producing supplies. So that is definitely the next best business to get in my opinion. And now we'll move on to the next business. Okay, so next we're going to head back onto our phone and onto the Foreclosures Maze Bank website, and this time we are going to buy ourselves a Clubhouse. So I'm going to click on Clubhouse to filter out all of the other businesses, and this is the Clubhouse I've got over here. It's not the cheapest one, but at the time I wanted one that looked a bit nicer, so I went for that one. I haven't renovated it at all because I just want to make money to start off with, and then I can come back and renovate everything at the end. So once you have got the Clubhouse, like I have just done, you will become an MC president. You'll have your own motorcycle club. So I'm going to explain a bit more when we actually get to the Clubhouse. So I'm going to run down to the Clubhouse now, and then I'll explain more from there. Okay, so I'm here in my Clubhouse. I'm just sitting down at the laptop and logging on to the Open Road website. And from here, we'll be able to buy our businesses and look at the businesses we already own. So there are 5 types of businesses you can get as an MC president. You can get document forgery, a weed farm, counterfeit cash, methamphetamine, and cocaine. Counterfeit cash, meth, and coke are definitely the top 3 businesses you want to be going for here. Forgeries and weed aren't that profitable, but you could definitely get them towards the end after you've got everything else. But I definitely recommend getting cocaine first, then maybe go for methamphetamine, and then your counterfeit cash. These are the 3 best MC businesses you can have. So obviously I've already got the counterfeit cash and cocaine. I haven't yet got meth, but that's my next thing to buy. As you buy them, you'll be able to go to them on your map, and then you can start producing stuff just like the bunker. Really, it's exactly the same as the bunker, it just does different supplies, and it's as an MC president. So I'm going to head over to both of my lockups and show you what they look like from there. So I've just got to my counterfeit cash factory. I'm just going to log on to the laptop and I can show you what things look like from in here. So I'm just logging in. So it's the same sort of screen as the bunker, resupply, exactly the same thing goes here. It's it's definitely best to buy your supplies rather than do the resupply mission. So I actually need to resupply like I've just done there. And the same applies for your upgrades, guys. So when you come to your Counterfeit Cash Factory or any of your MC businesses, always buy the equipment and staff upgrade. This will make sure that your product sells for more and also produces quicker. Yet again, with the security upgrade, I haven't bothered with that yet, but I will eventually. And when selling, always go for the higher offer. You may have further to drive, but you will make more money. So this is another business just like the bunker that will sit in the background as you are doing import exports, missions, crates, anything like that, and produce product for you. Now if you are solo, just like the bunker, if you want to play solo, then it's always best to sell the stock before it is full. Maybe do it when it's quarter full, but yet again, if you have a team of 4 or a couple of friends, then it's always great to sell it when it's at the top. So you can just leave that sitting in the background. You do have to be in the lobby while it is doing its producing, so you can always be getting up to other things. Now I'm going to be heading over to my cocaine lockup next, and it's pretty much the same thing, but I'll show you that as well. Okay, so I'm in my cocaine lockup, and this is pretty much exactly the same as the counterfeit cash, and the meth factory would be the same as well. So I'm just going to log onto the computer and show you guys. So same applies here with the upgrades and the resupplying. Always buy your supplies and make sure you have that staff upgrade and the equipment upgrade to make sure the value of your product is at the highest and that you can produce the stock the fastest. So I haven't got the security upgrade on this one either. It is something I'm going to invest in eventually. I just want to buy the upgrades that are most effective first and go from there. So this would apply exactly the same with the meth business. Once you've got the cocaine lockup, the methamphetamine business, and your counterfeit cash, you have that running in the background while you can do your crates and your import export and produce money for you with bare minimum work. So that's the MC businesses all run through. Next we're going to go on to our next business, which is the nightclub. Okay, so I'm back on the foreclosures website and I'm going to look into the nightclubs. I don't actually own one yet. I am still saving up for one, but I do understand how they work and how they can make you money. Now I recommend not buying a nightclub until you have all of the other businesses that I've mentioned below. That is including the crate warehouse, vehicle warehouse, the counterfeit cash factory, the cocaine factory, the methamphetamine factory, and the bunker. So it's very important to have those businesses before you go ahead and pick up a nightclub. Now obviously you can add all these things on. These are all just for looks, but the most important part of buying a nightclub is the storage. So you want to buy all 5 floors so you have enough storage to fill with product. Now this does cost a lot of money, but it's definitely worth it. It has to be done. So make sure you can get that nightclub with all 5 storage floors. Now once you have the nightclub, you want to buy all 5 technicians, and they will be able to produce goods for you, and you want to set the technicians to the 5 most important different producing methods. So when buying the technicians, there are extra costs. The first technician is free, the second technician costs $141,000, the third technician costs $184,500, the fourth technician costs $240,500, and the fifth technician costs $312,000. So the total cost of buying all 4 additional technicians is $878,000. It seems a lot, but it is very important. Now earlier I mentioned you need to set them to the right producing methods, and I will go into them now. So the 5 things you need to set your technicians to within the nightclub to get the best money outcome is cash creation, which is in line with the MC business counterfeit cash, the sporting goods, which is in line with the bunker gun running weapons, the pharmaceutical research, which goes in line with the bikers meth production lab, the cargo and shipments, which is for smuggled cargo with your crate warehouse, and to South American imports, which is the bikers cocaine warehouse. Now if you set all of these to produce those things, over time they will produce and fill up those 5 storage floors that you bought, and you'll be able to go ahead and sell those products for a nice profit, as it is all done for free and all done in the background while you are doing other things. So it is a very nice passive business. Now also with the nightclub, you can get income through customers coming into the nightclub. So the best thing to do there is keep that popularity high by running nightclub missions and doing things like that, VIP work, to be able to keep that popularity high, and then you'll get the maximum profit out of your nightclub. So the nightclub is a nice little passive business to be having running in the background, but it's very important to get those 5 businesses that I mentioned before you go ahead and purchase the nightclub, and that will sit there and produce a nice profit for you. So now we're going to move on to the final thing. Okay guys, the final thing you want to buy is an arcade. I've already got one, as you can see here. It's called Videogeddon at La Mesa. It's very near my vehicle warehouse and it's convenient being in the city, so I went for this one. So I'm going to head inside and explain what is good about the arcade. So I'm here in the office of my arcade, and the most important thing that the arcade unlocks for you is the Casino Diamond Heist planning board. So I'm going to head down into the basement of my arcade and head round this corner and you'll be able to see the planning board. Now, the Casino Heist is a very good way to make money in the game. It is a very profitable heist that is worth doing. The good thing about these setups is, unlike the setups of the original heists, you can actually do this in a lobby. You don't have to join like a private lobby, if that makes sense. So while you're doing all the setups for this heist, your product will still produce it in the background for you, which is the most important thing. So if you're getting bored of doing the imports and exports and crates while your product is producing, you could go on and crack on with some heist prep. So that is another good thing about the arcade. Also within the arcade you can buy a master control terminal, which is very helpful for all of your business needs. So with the master control terminal, it costs $1.7 million. It is a lot, but you can literally run all of your businesses from one screen. So within that screen you can resupply your businesses without actually having to go to the lockups. You can start sell missions with it, and yeah, it's just an all-round handy tool to have. The other good thing about the arcade is it also does produce passive income with customers. Now you need to buy all of these arcade machines, and the more you have, the more likely you'll have customers come in and spend money. And this money will go into your safe, just like the nightclub, daily, and then you can take the money out, and that is another way to earn a little bit of cash on the side of doing everything else. Now, the reason I put the arcade at the end is I just think all of the businesses I mentioned before are a lot more important at making that money when you are first starting out. This is just my opinion, guys. This is the way I would do it if I was to start again. So after playing and starting, I've realised there was things I should have done differently. So if you follow this guide and do it right, you will earn money starting out in GTA. So at this point, guys, you actually have all of the most important businesses that you need. At this point you can now go and buy all of the other things I haven't mentioned. So you can go ahead and buy a hangar. That will mean you can import different types of products and have a place to store your planes. Go ahead and buy a facility that will unlock the Doomsday heist. That's another good way of making money. And also the other important thing to do is to go ahead and buy the weed farm and the document factory from your MC business. Upgrade them, make sure they're fully supplied all the time, and there are two other little things running in the background. But overall, guys, that is the video all done. That's the guide I can give to you. Now, I hope this guide was helpful. When I was looking for an order to buy things, I could never really find a solid answer or any video to explain it to me. I've hoped I've been able to explain it well to you, and just remember, this is my opinion. If you have your own opinion on other things to buy in different order, then please comment it. I'd love to see it. I'll try and reply to all the comments. So, thanks for watching, guys. So remember to go ahead to those links at the bottom, guys. Make sure to give us a follow on all of our platforms. Join our Discord server. Make sure to head over to the Twitch page, like I said earlier. Give us a follow on there. We'll be streaming daily. If you're not already subscribed, guys, then please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon next to it, and you'll be updated on any upload that we put on. So yet again, guys, thanks for watching. There's more gameplay videos coming soon, maybe some more guides. I hope this helped, and for now, this has been Callum from CTG, and I will see you on the next one.